winner is
Tiger99.
Congratulations, Tiger99. You have won yourself a Cataclysm Collector's Edition box set. To claim your prize, simply send us a message on our back page, and how you do that is you go to About, and then you click right here. Send a message. And if you can send us some information on how we can send you this box, that would be super fantastic. And for everybody who participated in that, thank you so much. And for everybody who enjoyed our stuff so far, thank you very much. But, Sage,
Yeah.
it is now time to talk about the battle for Azeroth. And whether we were wrong or right in our other videos, our speculations.
All right, so there were some parts where we were wrong, parts we were right, and some that are kind of up in the air, so to speak.
Exactly. So with BlizzCon 2017, the big announcement right out the gate was the next expansion is titled The Battle for Azeroth. There's some very sweet cinematics. I might have some clips in here, but not going to play the whole thing. Don't want to spoil that. You guys should head over to Blizzard's YouTube channel and check that stuff out. There may be some clips from some of the BlizzCon presentations, but I don't want to put up whole things. Well, you know, the BlizzCon is still going on this weekend. But the Battle for Azeroth, and it's all about this Horde versus Alliance theme thing. And let's start by going through some of our videos here. And one of our videos was what we thought was going to happen with our artifact weapons.
Yeah. So it's already been confirmed. Spoiler for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
We are losing the artifact weapon.
Yep.
They haven't exactly come out and said how, but we do know what's replacing them.
It was said that they were going to, our artifact weapons were going to have a proper send-off during BlizzCon. But they also said that when everyone's fighting, the voice of Azeroth, Magni Bronzebeard, is going to call you to Silithus, and he's going to give you a necklace called the Heart of Azeroth.
Yeah, it's an artifact necklace, but it's not an artifact in the same way that Legion has had. It doesn't have skill trees that you level up or relics that you put on.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it augments your armor sets.
So your different pieces of armor that you get, like your head, your shoulders, and your chest, as your necklace powers up, you will, when you get new gear, you will always be able to select different power-ups from how leveled up your necklace is. So you're never out anything for putting on new gear because you get to select those powers right away based on the power of your necklace, the Heart of Azeroth. But what I do want to get at is that you are summoned to Silithus by Magni. You'll pick up your new Artifact 2.0 Heart of Azeroth necklace. I think it would still make sense in our theory, even though they didn't confirm this, that that's where you'll be handing in your artifact weapon.
There's a good chance of that.
And we could still be wrong or right about it, but if you're trading off, it seems like the place to kind of do it.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe we'll have some other epic thing. As far as the Heart of Azeroth necklace goes, Jewel Crafter's next expansion, you're not making any next.
No, I think that's out the window.
So then we get into the other speculation on the old gods and the Scar and Silithus. And there's a lot of different stuff from BlizzCon that both points away, like, oh, the focus is going to be Horde versus Alliance, and a lot of stuff that points to the old gods.
Yeah.
And maybe not in this next expansion right away, but maybe in a later patch as we get in, or maybe the expansion afterwards. Is this expansion, the Battle for Azeroth, kind of plays out its role here?
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, let's go with the name, Battle for Azeroth.
Mm-hmm.
That's a name that you could ascribe many different meanings to. There is, of course, the Battle for Azeroth between the Horde and Alliance, but you gotta remember the original Battle for Azeroth. Titans versus Old God.
Yep. And the double meaning there, the Battle for Azeroth. And at one point, spoilers again, get ready, Teldrassil is burnt down, the Night Elves' home area, the tree, and there's the Battle for Lordaeron, in which Anduin Wrynn and the Gilneans and Greymane are attacking Lordaeron and trying to take it back from the Forsaken.
Yeah.
And so, inside the BlizzCon presentation, it said, we don't know who struck the first blow. You'll find out, but we don't know right now. And so later on, inside some of the presentations, as they were doing a deep dive on some of the dungeons and stuff, they talked about how not Lady Bash, we already killed her. Ashara, okay, Queen Ashara, I'm so sorry, Lady Bash. That's a mockery to Queen Ashara. Those are so different. Queen Ashara is going to be one of our first raid bosses. And who does she serve directly?
Good old Enzoth.
And in another part where they're talking about Kulturas, the Isles, there are these shipbuilding priests that bless everything, but they're being under attack by something from the deep below.
Yeah.
And you as the quest, and you'll figure that out in your questing in that zone.
And a subtle detail, the sea priests that they're talking about, take a look at their robes next time you see the model.
Absolutely. Well, actually, we'll throw that clip up where they're on the screen here. While we're talking here, you guys can see these robes. Look at the robes. Like, are they blessing ships?
I'm a bit skeptical.
Exactly. Like, there's some things pointing there towards Enzoth.
But it's not just Kulturas we have to worry about with possible old god activity.
There is a dungeon or raid.
I believe it's the first raid.
Okay, and that is an old Titan facility. That was what did they say the words were?
Quarantine.
A quarantine for old gods.
I don't think they directly said old gods.
But old god minions, or something like that, because they said that the blood affected the trolls, which made them blood trolls.
Yeah. But we know that it was a Titan quarantine facility, and what else would Titans quarantine? Let's be honest here.
Titans only quarantine things to do with old gods. And something got loose, and it made the trolls in the area blood trolls, which are attacking the Zandalari in this new expansion. And if you remember to the Throne of Thunder raid, there's this boss called the Animus, and the Animus is the blood of the old gods. And so we've seen how that can affect things, and this whole area is these trolls that worship blood and do blood magic, and now there's a Titan containment zone in there when we've already got Queen Ashara pointing towards Enzoth. I don't think that we're wrong. We're just not right now.
Yeah.
I think that we're exactly right. And who's to say that somebody isn't pulling the strings on both sides of this war?
Well, and big point to make here. The old gods are all about mystery.
Mm-hmm.
The unknown. If Blizzard just came out and said, hey guys, we're battling the old gods, where's the mystery in that? Where's the fun?
Exactly.
But if you have an expansion where the premise is Horde versus Alliance, who would be the perfect force to be pulling the strings behind the scene?
Which lends it to our last video that we made about Rathian. Rathian, in that video, we said that maybe he's helping the old gods because he has this agenda about only one side can be dominant over Azeroth for it to be safe from the Legion. Well, now the Legion's been defeated, and yet this only one side can be dominant theme is back into play again. So maybe not Rathian directly involved. I'm not saying he'll be in the next expansion playing a major role, but the idea that it serves the old gods' purpose for us to be divided and for us to be fighting. And this all goes back to the wound in Silithus. Azerite is the new material that comes out and it empowers your, artifact necklace. It empowers everything. It is like the plutonium of Azeroth. People are all trying to find this resource for as much power as it has. And if every group and faction is all up in arms in this arms race over this, so are the old gods. So are the Twilightists. So is every other group that serves them. And we see them already active and hinted at within our dungeons and our raid bosses for the next expansion.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it. To give you an idea of Azerite and its importance, even random animals are after the stuff.
Yeah, they said that. They said that in the presentation, that even random animals and everything is attracted to Azerite. They don't know why, but the power attracts everything and anything.
So this stuff is big. Like, it's pretty much the lifeblood of this expansion.
Ha-ha! Look at you! And going back to what Sage said at the beginning of the video, the title of the expansion is The Battle for Azeroth. And I think that's going to have a very significant double meaning coming later on. In the
Triple meaning, even.
It could, absolutely.
Because Horde versus Alliance, us versus the Old Gods, and the fight to make sure Azeroth itself doesn't just die.
The great heroes of Azeroth are trying to fight to claim dominance over Azeroth, and whoever wins will win a dead and darkened husk.
Yeah.
After all the battles are done. Hey, thanks for sticking with us on the channel. We're going to have a ton more BlizzCon information. We're just going through some speculation pieces. We'll share all of the detailed, just factual stuff here in later videos. Tiger99, congratulations again on your box set collector's edition of World of Warcraft Cataclysm. And if you like this content, give it a like, give it a subscribe, give it a share. Just throw it around the internet out there. Woohoo!
Yeah. Have a good one. Peace.